Tell me about the circumstances in which you built it, please, Tony.
Well, my car broke down, so I got a new one, and we thought, take the airbags out of the one I killed. So that's what we did. And then we saw a video and thought, yeah, we can do that. And Harry said he'd sit on it, so we did. And we blew him up.
There was more.
If I need your help, I'll ask for it. Do you understand?
Yes.
It was a joint decision. It wasn't just me
I
and Carl.
accept that. Oh, he's no less of a moron than you two.
Thank you very much.
It wasn't a compliment.
I'm taking it as one.
Are you?
Yep.
That's your strike one.
Cheers.
That's your strike two. You lost £600. C'est la vie.
Yep, fine.
You gave him £1,200.
Yep.
No, you never gave me £1,200.
Is that true or false?
No, you gave me £300.
How much did you say you received?
From that money, you gave me £300 on that day. And you gave me dribs and drabs afterwards when you came back off holiday, but you never gave me £1,200.
Did you give him 300 or 1,200?
I gave him 300, then I cashed the cheque, and then I gave him the outstanding.
Which would be 900.
No, minus the 200, because he already owed me 200.
700.
Correct.
Where's the evidence?
He was my partner. Unfortunately, I'm gullible and I trust people which I shouldn't trust and help people to then basically get done over.
You say you received £300 of that 1,200.
That's correct, yes.
You handed over £300 by this stage, according to him. You say you've handed over 1,200, is that right?
Correct.
Is that minus the £200 that he already owed you?
Minus the 200, so it was £1,000 to him. He owed me £200.
So you've already had the £200 back?
No, I deducted that from the 1,200. Do you understand? He owed me £200.
Oh, no, thank you for your assistance.
Well, no, I'm just explaining.
Talking, I'll call you in the event that I have a problem in the future. Leave your number with Michelle. £1,000. Don't sass me, madam, trust me.
I'm not sassing
you.
you.
Talking, you're way out of your league. You
Really?
understand? Oh, yes.
Wow.
Well, part of your claim, the last part, is that, as I understand it, you believe that they have claimed on the insurance for that fruit machine in any event.
They have now, yeah. So they didn't pay £1 for it, so he pocketed that money as well.
What reason
Or gambled it.
Talking, what reason do you have to believe that they claimed on the insurance for that sum?
I rang the games company to find out because he couldn't
Why
provide
would
me...
they... Talking, madam, why would
I
they...
was talking first.
There's your first...
Sorry.
There's your
My
first
mistake.
warning.
Fine.
It's a big mistake.
OK.
Big one.
Sorry. Sorry. Can I speak?
I'll let you know.
OK. OK.
Tell me exactly the work that you did, please, sir.
Well, there's various promotion sites out there that send them off to sort of DJs to get feedback for. So that was given.
Understood.
Are you listening, Judge, or are you watching the telly? Sorry.
Sir.
It feels rude.
I'm never rude. Trust me, I can do more than two things at once.
OK, then.
Understand?
Yeah, OK.
And I don't find that funny.
Sorry.
And I do take it seriously. And here's the thing. It's maybe a bit of a joke and a bit of friendship to you, but actually there's millions of artists out there.
No, I understand.
You understand? And I'm not saying that you are, by any stretch of the imagination, somebody that's taken something for granted.
No,
but there are plenty of people that do.
No, I
and they end up
understand
in
that.
my court.
No, and this is why I'm concerned about
I have
it.
two ears and one mouth, and I use them in that order. Understood?
Yes.
That these people have put something online or published something anywhere, in fact, which is false. In other words, they know it not to be true. They believe it not to be true. And they have done that maliciously.
I disagree, George.
Be quiet. You disagree with the law? Would you like to educate me on what the correct law is?
I disagree.
Would you like to
I wrote that post and I believed everyone.
No. That's an interruption, madam.
Sorry, George.
I'm assisting a defendant who is here without a lawyer. He's entitled to a defence in law. It's part of the rule of law. It's the reason that we have a democracy. Well, have you ever borrowed things from Mason Kane?
Yeah, but always returned it back.
Right, is that true?
That is not true, no.
Well, you give me an example of something which he hadn't returned to you.
Well, I actually did have my Armani shirt and he borrowed it, never got it back.
Just pause for a second. Just because you put something in air quotes, it doesn't help. Do you understand?
Well, it helps
he
me.
borrowed it. Did he actually borrow it from you?
He borrowed it from me, yeah, and it
Right,
came
so
back
just
with a
pause
rip.
for a second whilst we have a small discussion there, Mason. So why do you say he borrowed it? How does that help?
Well, because I'm just exaggerating my words, Rinda.
You think that that's acceptable for you to talk to me like that?
Well, you could speak to me like that, so I guess so.
Now, Mason, this is my courtroom, and that's your first and second strike. And your brother's brought you to court here today for what he considers to be a serious amount of money for him, because he says, amongst other things, that you have a woeful attitude. That's his complaint. Do you think we're here having a laugh? Do you think I don't mind you speaking to me like that?
Well, obviously not.
Obviously. You understand?
I understand.
Do you understand?
I understand.
That's your half. When did you discover this gang?
I didn't actually know he damaged it. I thought he lost it.
Why did you think that?
It's because that's what he said. He said he left it in the caravan and it was returning the next day, and he said he was going to get it back. And about 2 weeks after, I asked him where the tracksuit was, and then he just kept saying he lost it.
Did he say he lost it, or did he suggest something else, in
He
fact?
said he lost it.
How'd you lost it?
No. I kept it in the caravan and I arranged for it to be washed several times, but it did get washed, but there was no hope, so I thought there was no point in giving it back.
So you phoned your brother and you apologised to him and said, I'm awfully sorry, I've damaged this tracksuit of yours."
Definitely not.
Why not?
It's just what siblings do.
Is that right?
That's correct.
Oh, good. Do you know what judges do, Mason?
What's that?
I'm going to help you. They say, get out of my court now. Help him if you wouldn't mind. Off you go. It's a very serious allegation. Did you, let me ask you this, when you say the two of you had sexual intercourse,
Yeah.
when you slept together, was that true or false?
It's true, and I've got proof if you want to see it.
Well,
You've got proof?
Yeah.
she doesn't mean photographs.
No, she means in her head, but because she was dreaming it.
I mean a conversation that we had afterwards.
Okay.
Well, can I ask you, this conversation that
Yeah.
you're referring to, did it happen before or after the issues in this case?
Before.
On the 4th of January, you say this is when this happened.
Correct.
And I suspect afterwards you were rather emotionally connected to Cairo, correct?
Yes.
And you wanted more. Now, one thing I do believe from Cairo is that he didn't want a relationship with you. That's correct, isn't it?
That's correct, Judge, yeah.
You categorically deny standing there in front of me today, sleeping with Sophie. Is that correct?
Correct.
In other words, you say what she is telling me about something very serious is a lie.
Yes, Judge.
The text messages between you have been saved. They've been provided to me by Sophie. They reflect conversations which you took part in. You need to be aware of that before I ask you the next question. Bearing in mind what Sophie says, are you absolutely adamant and do you wish to maintain that you had no sexual contact at all?
Sexual contact's different. We didn't have sexual intercourse. You asked me the question of sexual intercourse, not sexual contact.
Sophie, Bill Clinton over there.
My name's Cairo, don't be a
What did you call me? Oh dear. It's a poor thing.
because I'll easily walk out and not come back.
Off you go. Goodbye.
Sound.
I don't care.
See you later.
Did you telephone the police and inform
Definitely.
them? Thank you, madam. Very sensible
Yeah.
thing to do.
I should
What-
have done it earlier, but
I understand why you did not. There's no... Stand up straight.
I'm stood straight.
Well, not stood up straight.
Straight enough.
What?
Straight enough. Maybe I won't even doing this one.
Splendid. Makes the case much easier. Something else happened. What happened, Gregor? Tell me about that video.
Kyle put it on Facebook.
What was it called?
Pizza Super Lid to Head. Not a pizza box, super glued to head.
Oh, how imaginative. Did you, I'm going to use this word, did you agree with Kyle that that video should go on Facebook?
Yes.
Yes. And whose Facebook site did it go on?
I think it was Kyle's.
His own?
Yes.
But it didn't stop there, did it?
No, it shared and shared. And
It went viral. How many people saw that video, and on what sites was it on, please, Gregor?
It was on YouTube, The Lad Bible.
How many people viewed it, please? Roughly.
70,000.
70,000.
not enough.
Strike one.
So,
If you think this is a funny, forget about it.
Oh,
Trust me, you and I have very, very different senses of humour.
Do we?
And the difference between the two of us is I have one. Don't be stupid. Stay and watch the best Judge Rinder moments. And I'm talking. Understood? Don't be a moron. Subscribe to Judge Rinder YouTube channel. Right now. That's an order.